Going back to our conversation last week where we touched on the college football coaches poll being released.
I feel like Penn State just lives in that 3 to 4, second to fourth range. Texas and Ohio State, with it being the first game of the season, right? It just makes sense from a storyline perspective.
Expect Iowa State to climb in a big way. Shout out Michigan. Also, can we get BYU out of this?
Every single season, there's always a team or two that just falls on their face, shits down their leg, and just puts up a very mediocre, if not a downright awful season for where their expectations were. Yesterday, the AP poll was released, and not a ton of changes between the two. Big piece coming out of this one, I would say from my perspective, is it's essentially the SEC and Big Ten make up almost the entirety of the top 25. The numbers were 7 of the top 11 were from those two conferences, and 11 of the top 15 were from those conferences, which is kind of ridiculous. I understand the gripes that some people have, like Tennessee being ranked 24th is pretty bewildering.
The biggest difference is number 1 and 2. The AP has Texas and Penn State. The coaches poll had Texas and Ohio State. But the biggest difference, I would say, and obviously we just talked about them, but Oklahoma, who had a very rough year last year. I think they won 6 games. You could say they kind of had a wake-up call in the SEC. AP poll has them 18th, and they weren't ranked at all in the coaches poll. What did Oklahoma do? They got the quarterback as well as the coach from Washington State. But to be starting off at 18th overall, it seems a little rash.
I had a gripe about it last week was BYU. You lost your all-world quarterback. The AP took that into account. The coaches, it's like, well, it just kind of happened. It happened 2 or 3 weeks before the coaches came out. So I appreciate the AP for putting BYU outside of it because I don't think BYU is going to be a very good team without that quarterback.
The preseason polls are one of the dumber things, in my opinions. It's only one of those things for like the history buffs where they can look back. Like, we have no idea, really. We could have a general idea of who the really good teams are. But once you get past like 12, 15, nobody knows.
I kind of love the polls, man. When they get it right, when you Monday morning, I go into work, I pull up the poll, see where everyone's at. I love it. That gives a team a chance to prove itself. I don't think the AP should be predicting what the starter's going to do. I think they should base it on last year, kind of roll it in. And if Miami shoots up, great. If they go down, great.
You wouldn't put the college football committee in a room early August and be like, okay, let's put together our rankings to start the season. And they would know better than these fucking journalists that are the ones voting on it.
I don't know. Did you see the playoff matchups last year? I don't think they know fucking shit.